read you. You might be muted, man. I can't hear you. Okay. I believe we should be streaming again. Old dude is about to get back on. So until then, I suppose. Everything is basically ready to be shipped. There's a lot of fire resistance potion. Like a lot of it. Which is good. That's what we need. We also need a shit ton of Ratatosker pots. I might spend some time just like looking for fucking blueberries in the Black Forest or some shit. It's crazy that blueberries are just a resource you have to go get. Like, who keeps blueberries, am I right? I mean, do we have blueberries up here? Maybe we do. I doubt it.
What? What did you
Yo.
say?
Nothing important. Ashley's getting raided, by the way.
How do we know?
Because I literally went over there to pick up the boat pieces, and then as I was leaving for the portal, a raid came in.
Let's go.
Let me be shielded. I'm not gonna be able to survive without a. We're not gonna be able to survive, honestly, without some tankiness. I'm gonna need to puke my guts out too, because I'm on I'm on all stamina food.
Okay. Yeah. Bro, what the fucking annoyance, man.
Yep.
So I guess when I was gone, a firestorm came.
Yeah, yeah. A firestorm
Wait,
came.
wait, wait, wait. I went to Ashland. It says they were bros, man.
That's a raid. That's a raid. Don't go without me, bro. I'm not ready.
Oh, I'm going back. Jesus.
I'm coming.
What do you
Hold
mean?
your,
They were
hold your horses.
bros.
Because that's gonna be uh, you'll see. That's gonna be like a specific guy. I'm gonna have to.
Should I get... Oh, it's a guy. Okay. Should I
Well,
switch
and
to...
he'll bring a horde with him.
Maybe I should switch to Queen instead of Motor.
Yeah. Yeah, for this fight, yeah, because like I'm not really worried about those guys, but like the Ashland enemies may come at the same time, and that's gonna be annoying. Um. What was I gonna do? What was I gonna do?
Damn,
I
that
need.
means we don't even have our... the bone thingy.
Yeah, yeah. We don't have it.
Yeah, I
Look
have
at.
Queen.
Okay. I am decently fed. Let me get some jerky.
Our house is complete, thankfully. Which is weird because I thought I did the house like in the middle.
What did you change?
I mean the roof. I thought I did the roofing after.
I thought you did the roofing last night, didn't you?
No, I just did it. Let's go.
It was at like 5:45. Hold on. I'm gonna go get bone mass, I think.
Oh, bone mass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I finished the roofing before we left for the journey.
Yeah, it wasn't at the very beginning of the day. So we did keep a little bit of progress. Maybe like 30 minutes worth of progress.
Honestly, most of it, what I was worried about was the building being done.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, in my head I was like, maybe this is fine because the stone is over there, so we just need to get over there and rebuild the building. But
Alright.
out of stone this time.
Let me know when you wanna go.
I'm heading over there.
Oh, I don't have a heal pot. Fuck.
I have one I can give you.
Oh, these are like the little pussies. Cooling berserker.
Yeah, I know, but like, we can always get like big boy enemies.
Oh,
Remember?
keep them there, keep them there. They died to the fire water.
And that's a
Oh, they're
one-star
fighting each
berserker.
other. Oh wait, maybe not.
And it's a one-star fooling as well. I'm mostly gonna have to block.
I'm doing
Group in me,
damage.
group in me, group in me.
You broke the code again?
The bro code. It's a fucking dumbass reference.
Oh, they're not that bad.
They do a lot of damage though. I'm mostly having to dodge. Thankfully they're very slow. That might kill me. Oh, it didn't. Bone mass saved me there. And I got a minion. They should attack the Ashland enemies though. Like, they're not buddies. There's his buddy.
Damn, they're tanky.
Taking a lot of damage.
Ooh.
I might be dead. I'm dead. Well, I'm not dead.
Oh, me too! The fuck? The hell? I got hit once.
I think he like exploded. Oh, you
No,
died?
it was like a burn. It was a burn effect. Yeah.
Yeah, he did some sort of
Insane.
AoE burn effect. Oh, he's still alive out here.
Yeah.
But he should die because he's fighting all the Ashland enemies. Thankfully, yeah, he's gonna die. In that case, I'm just gonna... No, I need to be here to help you grab your stuff.
Bro, I'm gonna have to start eating meat instead of just agility food.
I thought you were doing that.
No, I was doing agility and 2 mage. Bro, can we get some of our levels back? Cause it's fucking annoying.
We can get our levels back.
Hacks. Can you hack the game?
Oh, you can load a save state for your character, but... You're gonna die. No, you're not. I don't have control over your character's level. I only have control over the game state and my own character's level.
Oh. Did that guy die?
Yes, yeah, he died.
Oh, what? You one-shot it?
No, no, I'd hit it a couple times before that. Okay, let's get out of here before there's another firestorm.
Yeah, I guess this is good. Alright, let's go.
So the metal's ready to go. We just ship it here, and immediately, first thing we do is build a portal. No, the generator, like right in the center
Yeah.
of the room. And then next thing we set up the stone surroundings.
Let me get some wood, I guess. Should we bring another stack? I think
Uh,
2 stacks.
I brought of what, of wood?
2 stacks of wood, yeah.
We can, I guess, if we want to.
Oh, sorry, not wood. 2 stacks of iron.
I have 2 iron and 2 copper in there, yeah.
Should I bring another? Or
I don't think. I think we just need a couple shield generators, and they don't cost that much. Beyond
yeah, I'll
that,
bring,
beyond
I'll
that,
bring
it's
like
just.
15.
Oh, just on your body. Oh, I guess. I guess I just worry that like we're gonna have to ship them back if we find something that we need to actually craft.
It's okay, we'll find iron. Alright, let's go. Thank you.
Wait,
Ah.
no, not this. I meant to grab this.
Oh, you're gonna use that to go where?
For the ash, but not for the ashlands. For the actual trip on the boat. It's mostly for the bone mass, or the not the bone mass. The bone serpent. Because this gives me. We killed it super fast with my arrows. So I genuinely think that like the arrow bonus is good, but I'll then go through the portal and immediately change because I
Wait,
am
you get arrow bonus through what?
through this armor.
1 second. Yeah.
This fucking guy. I'm gonna do that. 2, 3. That's everything I need. I got arrows. I didn't mean to go there.
Alright, ready?
Yeah, I'm basically almost here.
Oh, you ran?
No,
Oh,
no.
yeah. Oh, I see. South Farthing, is everything over there? Or do I
Yes,
just
yeah.
run over there?
Yeah, if you want.
Should we sleep?
Yeah.
So mad we have to redo this.
I mean, the trip itself should be pretty. Well, I say that.
Took a while.
Yeah, you're the one who I'm gonna be like multitasking while you do that. Let me go to bed.
Sam is getting into Pokemon.
I thought she was into Pokemon already.
Fire Red. She just got Fire Red.
Damn, that's a classic.
You know that cell phone app? That's an emulator?
Yeah. Oh man, that's actually like some of the best gaming on your phone you can do, I feel like.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm like, why would you ever need to play any other game?
Super based. Man, I should do that. I forgot. Honestly, I forgot that existed.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Oh, I should bring motor. I'm not gonna have motor for like another 10 minutes, but I should bring it.
Yeah, mine's also 10. Bro, these fucking Loxes are so far out.
You're gonna wait until we have motor, or you wanna just go? I say we just go.
Yeah, we just go. Some of our friendly boars are so far out here.
Bro, I just fucking let them die. They'll die eventually and feed the wolves. There's like no way I'm gonna bring a singular boar all the way back. What was I doing? Oh, I can get motor.
Yo, why do we have like an insane wolf population? Like if we keep running south, there's so many wolves.
I'm telling you, man. I think a lot of them are like auto breeding, especially like the 1 stars, because like nothing's gonna kill them in this area.
Yeah.
So they find one deer and they're fed and they reproduce and they're not gonna die.
I'd have to bring some of them back to defend our area.
Infestation. Yeah, you should do that.
I hit a boar with my staff of piercing or whatever this is called. That didn't seem fair.
That seems like excessive use of force, man.
These wolves are able to tank quite a bit of hit.
Maybe a 1 star.
No, this is like a normal.
Hit from
Maybe they're
what?
not as weak to magical stuff. Magic.
I'm trying to think of what context you're hitting wolves with magic. Are you like finding wild wolves?
No, yeah, I was in the mountain.
Hmm.
I'm at South Farthing.
Oh, you're there already.
Wait a minute, there's a Lox here. Oh, it's because you came.
Yeah.
And did you... Oh, can you bring a thing to feed this bull? This Lox?
Uh,
Unless you have left.
I already fed it. Is it losing health?
Yeah, it's like half health. Unless you left food around here.
No, no, I fed it before the trip. So there's nothing there that it's gonna be able to eat. Just get some.
Oh, where's the metal? There's no metal on this boat.
No, it's in the treasure chest.
Oh.
I actually died because a wolf followed me all the way over, and I didn't know that it was following me. And then I had all the metal on my body. Um, so I couldn't fight or anything. By the time I like took it off, it had already killed me. So
Best.
yeah, south farther. That all of it?
That's just the iron.
Or just grab all of it at the same time.
Oh, I can't. Oh, I'm not able to.
I don't know if I'm gonna make that. Let me not risk it. Copper's on the floor out here if you're looking for that. Oh yeah, and the lox food.
Some random shit on me.
3 minutes to motor.
Okay. This is kind of odd.
What are you talking about?
Odd because, oh, I guess that makes sense. I still have my memory of the way we went here.
Yeah, your character is constant. So everything that happened in the server, including you dying over and over again, still
Of
still maintains.
course.
You can load an older save of your character.
How?
You just have to go into manage saves and then character saves and.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Can I just like dump my stuff at home, go to an older character?
Yeah, you could. I'm sure. I'm certain there's a way to cheese it and like do an infinite multiplication glitch. Um, I don't doubt that there's a way to do that, but if that's what you're asking.
Yeah. Because I
Um,
hate having lost all this. Motor me, if you have it.
1 minute, minute 30.
Might be able to do this. what I found. Look at
One of
that.
our one of our prior boats.
Yeah.
It's probably Merrick.
Yeah. Oh, this is where America is.
Oh yeah. Oh
Oh, there's
yeah.
another boat there. See
By
that?
the
There's.
way, that handwritten note that was for someone else or current resident.
Uh-huh.
It was a Jehovah's Witness invitation,
Oh my god.
and it's
No.
like they wrote shit on here. Like it's handwritten.
By the way, what are those broken ass boats? What is that?
Does God really care about me? I mean, that's like a fair question. I feel like. Where?
To your right.
I
Look
think the
over.
implication. Yeah, I see. I think the implication is just that like they're on the map. They're just littered on the map,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, you can get iron from them. I think.
Should we try?
Nah, bro, it's not worth it.
Okay.
I'm not worried about it. We have plenty of iron. That's not even a concern. And the iron that you would I actually don't. I think I've tried and I wasn't able to do it successfully. B, if you can get iron from them, it's not much because I've done it before.
Yeah, it's probably like one or two.
Yeah, it's like an insignificant amount.
Okay.
Low yield.
Maybe I won't need motor. Oh yeah, now it's gonna become tail. Save it.
All right. Vamos a vacunarnos. Cool.
What?
Bro, I'm like sorting through my mail. What even
Almost.
is this? Let me see this.
Wait, that's so funny you say that because I gotta sort through mine too.
It's important to get the facts. The city of San Antonio Metropolitan Health District knows that life is okay. I don't care. They wouldn't let me work
Life.
if I didn't have my vaccines anyway. So
Yeah.
you're
I'm pretty sure they're not gonna care.
what do you mean?
CDC is pretty much run by CEOs of companies.
No, but but what do you mean? But like I have to have vaccinations to.
What I'm saying is, pretty soon,
Oh,
people
like in the
won't
future.
care. Yeah. Well, I don't even know how far into the future. We'll see.
But hasn't it always been run?
No, there was like vaccine advisory boards and stuff.
And that's changed recently, is what you're saying.
Yeah, they just RFK Jr. just came and fired all the vaccine advisory people.
Yeah, I don't. You know me, man. I'm all for privatizing what you can, but I do think vaccines are.
What is the CEO gonna know about what vaccines someone needs?
Well, you would think that a CEO is going to employ advisors.
Right, but
The
he
CEO would be in charge of like.
he became the advisor. They removed the scientific advisors and they put in these advisors. See
Uh,
the implications of that.
yeah, we'll find out. Well, and I will say that like, yeah, vaccines are like, uh, there's a level of by you choosing not to vaccinate, you're putting me at risk.
Yep,
So
exactly.
there's a level of social responsibility at that point.
I feel
Um,
like you may understand that, but most people on the right don't. They think it's a freedom issue.
well, and I'll tell you, yes, I think it is a freedom issue, but there's more to it than that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like it
Yeah.
does. There's no getting around the fact that there is a level of like impacting your freedom, but
Yeah, yeah.
at sometimes it's worth impacting your freedom, right? Like even if we take it like to an extreme, you don't have the freedom to go around and stab whoever you want. You
Right.
know what I mean? So clearly there is a point. It's just a question of where the point is, as far as your freedoms stop here. And yeah, I think that generally speaking, your right to swing your arm ends at my nose. You know what I mean? Like when it starts to violate my right to not have my fucking face punched, that's where the right to swing your arm ends. So your rights end where mine begin. And yeah, in the context of vaccines, you not being vaccinated, even if I am vaccinated, you act as a vector for viral evolution when you're not vaccinated, you know?
Yep.
So you put my even though I am vaccinated, you put my vaccine at risk and you put my life at risk. So it is one of those things where like I think another example is if you've happened to live, for example, in California and there's like wildfires all the time, right? You not taking the proper fire safety precautions,
Yeah,
you're gonna
exactly.
light my shit on fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, whatever.
What do you feel about rent control?
No, I don't love the idea of like centralized pricing on rent.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't love that.
Yeah, I don't think I like that either. I don't think it makes sense.
Oh, I thought you were gonna make
Um,
an argument for it. I was getting ready.
um,
I'm sure. Here's the thing. I think for
there's a middle
everything,
ground somewhere.
well, maybe I'm not going to
Like
outright deny that.
how do you prevent companies from just coming together and being like, hey, we're just gonna, you know, increase our rents by, let's say, 3 or 4% each year. Actually, I mean, fuck it. Let's choose a crazy number, right? Like
Hmm.
let's do like 10% each year, and we're all gonna do it together. And no one can do anything because they're all, living here. So what do you do about that? I think there needs to be some rule against that, but you can't keep rents fixed. I don't know.
You can't keep rents fixed. And you're talking about the rent version of monopoly busting,
Yeah,
uh, or like antitrust stuff,
yeah,
which
antitrust.
yeah, which is that's another thing that I'm sort of on the fence about. Because I think the folly is to spend your entire political life looking for ways to prevent the worst case scenario. And I don't care about the costs. I don't care if it makes things inefficient. I just want the worst case scenario. I want to guarantee that it's never going to happen. And
Yeah,
if
yeah. I mean,
it
both
feels
sides can argue that. Yeah,
it feels like it feels like when you spend all your time writing all kinds of policies to ensure that the worst never happens, it's like if I lived my life, my entire life,
but no. But here's the thing, though, that it does happen. I agree with what you're saying, but
okay,
the example I gave you, Dallas right now, actually, people who run our apartment complex, one of them, are getting sued
but
for
isn't
the
it
same
isn't it
very reason.
isn't it funny how it's always in these like your Hollywoods and your sorry, your New York's, not even your Hollywoods,
Dallas
your
is pretty
Chicago's,
right though.
your Dallas is relatively left compared to a lot of the cities in Texas.
No. I think out of all the major cities, Dallas is probably the most right out of
I
every city. Houston
no.
definitely is very left.
Oh,
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I'll have to
Dallas
look
is
that up. I don't.
definitely the most left out of, or most right
I
out of
thought they
San
leaned left.
Antonio, Austin, Houston. Nope. Dallas is old money.
Well,
What
I'll have to
what do
I'll
you
have
say,
to
Em?
look it up. I'll have to look it up.
Emily says Fort Worth is even more right. Oh yeah, that's true.
I'll have to fact check you on that one because that would come as a surprise to me. But then again, I don't. I'm no expert. But anyway, I mean, I guess the example that always comes to mind is places like Austin or a lot of the cities in California or a lot of the cities in New York, where it's like, yo, we have all this price control, uh, measures in place, and those are the places that end up being crazy expensive to live.
Well, I think it's these rent control stuff comes in because it becomes so pricey for people to live. But I think one short-sightedness is, well, if you're gonna rent control, you're actually gonna incentivize other people from building, which is going to exacerbate the problem. Hey, can you give me motor?
Yes, I think that's exactly right, and I think there are lots of examples. There's uh, here I'll give it to you. There's a Channel 5 news video. I don't know if you watch them. There's a Channel
Yeah, yeah,
5
yeah.
news video, which is like they're clearly fairly left leaning, but
Yep.
they do an interesting breakdown of the what the financial crisis in, I can't remember if it was Chicago, or what city, but it's a very left leaning city that tried to uh that tried to do price control, and exactly what you're talking about is what happened. It kind of exacerbated the supply and demand problem,
Yeah.
right? And therefore, and it created this like this sense of like crushing poverty that leads to the crime rate being what it is. So I'd have to do some more research, but
Yeah.
my instinct is
I'm
that.
sure there's a middle ground somewhere where it's like, all right, you can't fix rents, but you also can't allow it to go up to such a degree year over year that people whose salaries don't increase that much year over year, so that they don't get evicted. But I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
if you do that to your entire population, you're not going to have any tenants.
Yeah.
So obviously that's not financially viable. So you
Yeah.
are. I've never been. Okay, I understand that there are examples, but I think that by and large, the business, uh, the economically prudent thing to do is to find the slice of the market that can, or no, to modify your production such that you decrease the cost of providing the supply enough to where you can decrease the price enough to outbid your competitors, right? Like I think the perfect example of that is the assembly line and the way that cars were made. You know, they
Yeah.
were this object of luxury because they were tailor made, the way that the Germans kept making them throughout World War II, which is why they lost World War II. They were tailor made very specifically to, you know what I mean, to each indication. But like when you can mass produce them, economy of scale improves your profit margins because you decrease the that initial activation energy, so to speak, of making everything in the first place, right? And because of that, what does that do? Well, it decreases the price. Now everybody
Right.
can afford it. You can argue
Yeah.
that like, oh, not everybody was going to have a car. They could have just made it expensive as shit, given how helpful a car was going to be. But I just don't think that that bears out a lot of the time. I think that a lot of the times what they want is as many customers as possible while having a reasonable profit margin.
Yeah. I mean, that's ideally yes, but
I think that's very
um,
often the case.
I think most often that is the case.
Okay.
But it's
But
just
there are,
that there
yeah,
are examples
yes. There are some
where,
situations where the thing that is
think about
needed.
Martin Shkreli.
I know
You know
exactly
that
what you're
guy?
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are some examples where the object that you're talking about is so needed
Yeah.
that there isn't going to be a
Any
I'm not
fucking
going
with
to
it
get it.
is just gonna break it all down. Yeah.
Yeah, there isn't an option of I'm not going to get it. You just are going to get it no matter what the price is. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and I do think in those situations, I can see why people would come to the conclusion that okay, well then what I have to do is make it so that it's illegal to increase those prices.
Yep.
Uh, I can see why people come to those conclusions. I'm loath to.
Unless
I'll tell you.
you go case by case, which is impossible because I feel like if you do that, then a lot of them will go through. You know.
Well, and that's a monumental that is a monumental undertaking. I mean, you're gonna have to
Yeah.
create an entire bureau just for that. So, uh, which I'm not necessarily against either. Like, look, to be clear, we've talked about this in the past. Libertarian is a tendency. It's like where we can agree on what the problems are and maybe even what the solutions are. My entire thing is I'll I'm gonna whenever it's like government intervention, whenever it's the inefficient movement of funds into the government's pocket so that government can solve the problem. I'm going to look for every possible other solution, and that is my last resort if there's nothing else I can do. That's the way I look at it. Only because to me it's like, but I'm willing to do it if there's nothing else I can do.
Oh, we're about to see. This is the most libertarian our government's ever been. So
I don't
we'll
know.
see.
It's not, bro. The tariffs are not libertarian.
Tariffs, I'm not talking about, but I'm talking about like all the bureaus that they're just smashing down willy nilly. They're definitely gonna come at a price.
Right. Yeah. And the idea is if they take that and so my problem with well, one of my big problems with Trump's first term was the way that he cut tax revenue. He cut taxes, but he didn't cut programs. So all he did was increase the deficit, and the
But he's
people
doing
who
it again.
yes, so that's not libertarian, right? Like the entire idea behind libertarian ideology is if you're going to cut the tax revenue, you're going to have to cut programs. If you're not cutting programs, then you're just increasing the deficit. So who ends up paying it? Still us. Still us. Yep. We pay it through inflation. That's called an inflationary tax, right? If my dollar is worth less in the future and I have to spend more of them, then I'm paying more money, right? So, and how do you get inflation? Yeah, you get the Federal Reserve to print the money so you could take it out as a loan. That's inflation. So yeah, that was my big problem with Trump's first term. Insofar as he's doing that in the second term, I don't think that's libertarian. Like there's a second. The whole thing with libertarian is freedom and resources to the people, not just like if you dismantle government programs, but keep the money in your own pocket, or what do you even do? He's dismantling.
You do tax cuts for the rich, and that's it.
The entire.
And despite that, we're still spending way more.
Yeah, that's not particularly libertarian. Tax cuts for the rich may be libertarian depending on the context.
Yeah. Well, what about taxes for the rich? It's not for everyone. Tax cuts only for the rich. So how bad is that?
It depends. I mean, and I'm not saying they were, but I'm just providing an example context. If the rich had been overtaxed before, then dialing back those taxes just brings you closer to even. So it's not necessarily a bad thing to cut taxes for the rich, assuming the rich were overtaxed before.
Well, I mean, it depends on how do you define overtaxed. I look at wealth gaps, and I only see wealth gaps widening. So if anything, I would argue that it's the other way around. They're not taxed enough.
So what's the goal? Is the goal to get that wealth gap as small as possible?
Yep. That's how you stabilize a country. I think you sharing I agree that our economy needs to improve year after year, but I want what is this coming behind us? Is that the storm? But I want the spoils of war to be distributed amongst all, not just the upper class.
Hold on. So if you make
everyone should get a percentage of so let's say it's like how companies do it, right? It's like, oh wait, dude, is that door flying? Is that what that is? Look at the thunder, and someone's flying with the electricity.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. What the shit?
Thor. Yeah, he was flying. That was pretty cool.
Wait, that's fucking awesome. What attention to detail. We got a
right
fucking
here.
fishy boy. I have objections to that. Remind me to after this fight too. Or not objections, but I guess follow-up questions because there's some implications to having the wealth gap as small as possible. Because if the wealth gap is as small as possible, everybody's making the same amount.
No.
Is that what you mean by
No, that's not what I mean by wealth gap.
Okay, then you'll have to.
What I mean is, how. Here, we'll talk about it in a second. Let's kill this thing first.
I can't risk falling off the boat. I'm gonna have to just wait until I have a better angle. You can't be directly behind us.
Yeah, I'm trying to turn it.
There you go. You He's moving away. Great. He's gone. I don't see him anymore. Let me know if you see him.
He's about to come in once we enter the.
There we go. There we go. 12 o'clock. You ram him?
Oh God. What's our boat at?
Like 70. Even if you see him, I lost him.
He's behind us. Oh, but
He's disappearing. So, by the way, the thing is, so storms are server wide. Okay, so if you are in storm mode, it doesn't matter if you go to the other side of the map. The whole map is in storm mode. Okay, so keeping that in mind, the different regions have different storm mode equivalents. Ashland storm mode, quote unquote, is fire. So with that in mind, if there is a storm, stay out of the Ashlands because you're going to fucking light your entire house on fire. Yeah, I guess we just have to wait. Okay, so how do you have a non-existent wealth gap? Okay, let's say as small as possible to avoid objections. Doesn't the smaller the wealth gap mean the closer to equal people's wages are?
No. No, it's wage growth. I want wage growth to be equal. You could still have different echelons of wealth, different echelons of income based on what you do. Because obviously, like, some jobs are going to be harder to do than others. But, ooh.
Face me, bitch. Dude. Hold on. He wants you, too. Are you sure that's what most people mean when they're talking about wage gap? Because that wasn't my understanding.
Well, hold on one sec. Let me try to figure out where we are. This place is always tricky to find.
I don't know.
Oh, right
yeah, right here. Right in front of us. Oof, yeah, this is Firestorm. And there's a fucking bone mob. This is a Firestorm, bro. I think we want to stay out. Or, you know what? Go through the portal immediately. Despawn the whole area. I'm gonna have to go through anyway. Yeah, despawn the area.
What if we can't come back?
We should be able to, because there should be nothing happening right now.
Should we sleep? Sleep.
Okay. I don't want to... No. Yeah, I guess it's fine.
Shit. Ended up.
Just a second here, by the way. I'm gonna have to...
They're attacking our shit.
Well, because you respawn the area. Just get out of there.
Ah!
You died?
I keep going back. back. The portals.
Look at Charlie Brown, dude. This is the Charlie Brown screen.
Our boat dead.
I think it probably died in the firestorm, yeah. I was implying that we should stay out, but you were going in and I didn't say anything. I did say we should probably wait. Okay, it's not storm. Wait, is it? It is still raining.
Well, now what?
So now
I don't want that thing to die.
It shouldn't be dying. Like, it's despawned.
Okay.
We're not there anymore, so it should be despawned, I think.
Okay, so let's go. I just don't want the portal to break again.
Hold on. We wouldn't go because we need to wait for the server-wide storm to die down.
I see. Can we save right now?
Yeah, I'll save. But there's no way to stop it from auto-saving and overwriting the save. Storm's still here. It's still storming. It's more like a light shower. By the way, that's just my suspicion as to how it works, but I think I have a good reason to
Oh,
suspect
there
that.
used to be a time where, obviously the wealth gap's going to increase the longer you let this go on, but there used to be a time, before Reagan when the percentage tax was equal pretty much across all income brackets.
A flat tax, yeah.
No, it was flat percentage.
Flat percentage tax, yeah. Yeah. When people say flat tax, that's what they mean, percentage. Not everybody pays $100
Yeah,
or
exactly.
something.
I'm like, that sounds pretty stupid, um, but whatever. Reagan came and changed that, and that's when the wealth gap started widening a lot, very quickly. And it's only been exacerbated with these kind of policies by Trump. And it's made living very difficult for people at the bottom. You know, they didn't see as much wage growth as the ones at the top.
Okay, so hold on. So there's a couple things here. So are you sure that when people talk about wealth gap, they're talking about increases in their own wage, or versus how much is your income versus how much is the other one?
I think it's obviously both, but I think I care more about the how quickly it's increasing for one group versus the other.
Wait. So I
compared
can't.
to other costs.
So okay, so that's what people are usually talking about. Okay, well then we have to define it because I'm not going to abide talking about it like it means both because I object to one and not the other.
Yeah, you probably object to like salaries themselves.
Yeah, I
No,
well,
I agree.
yeah.
I agree with you. But I mean, at some point though, it doesn't make sense. Like why? Like back in like the 1940s, 50s, if you follow a certain CEO, they used to make about 26x what a normal worker in that company would be making, right?
Mhm.
Um, whereas now it's more like 3 or 4,000% compared to like 26. Or sorry, not thousand. It's more like 4 or 500%.
Um,
So like
that's a
those.
crazy gap. It's interesting. I think okay. So just being honest, I'm gonna have to fact check all that too, only because it surprises me that
Check the Johnny Harris video I sent in the group chat a little while ago.
I'll check, but you
Yeah.
have sent videos in the past that were like, okay, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
I mean, it may have just been a difference in opinion.
No, I think he
think
was
they.
objectively making bad arguments.
Ooh, Chart Warrior.
Oh, you're here. Hold on, I need to gear up. And I think I demonstrated that he was making bad arguments.
Uh,
Mm,
I need help bad.
on, bro.
Or everything is being attacked.
I fucking went without me. I don't even have fucking health food, bro. I'm gonna have to give health food. So you're just gonna have to hold out. Jesus, that
Bro,
is
there's so much shit.
going.
There's like a Morgan and a warrior and two of the little snakes. Let me get. I hope they despawn. Let me get queen.
Yes, queen. All right. I'll go when you go.
Alright, let's go. Let's go. We're getting attacked.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Ooh, nice. Good kill on that fire boy. I'm gonna bum SS. Get that 1-star Twitcher, bro. I'm honestly more worried about that. Yeah, that 1-star Twitcher's gonna fuck me.
He's not 1-star.
There is. Not that one, the other one right in front of me. He's attacking me now, 1-star.
Ah.
Oh my god, it's a fucking soldier here too. The soldier I can dodge forever though. It's mostly just a charred Twitch boy. This 1-star motherfucker. Did you see the animated trailer for this for Ashlands, by the way?
Uh-uh.
They did like an anime trailer for this. It was fucking cool. Careful, they're coming after you now.
I don't know if this thing does as much.
No, it doesn't do as much damage. It's more AoE. But when they're grouped like this, it's good.
Why is this thing is like the weak to.
It's not your fire isn't doing anything. You should try ice against some enemies, like every once in a while. You should have that staff, bro, because you never know which enemies are gonna be weak to it.
Yeah, I don't have it on me.
It's crazy that if you like kind of chill, they'll hit each other.
Really?
Yeah,
Like on accident?
on accident. Yeah, especially this big motherfucker. He'll hit him. Oh, look, he just hit the shit out of the chard.
My lord.
Got a Morgan heart. Didn't seem to do anything as far as I could tell.
But let me build our thing.
Yeah, I need to bring the thing for the generators like yesterdoodle. Shield generator, shield generator, shield generator. Shit, hold on. If I stop talking, I'll still be in the call, but you won't be able to hear me, but I'll be able to hear you. And I'll have to
What
type.
happened?
I might, like, have to place a phone call. But I'll be here. I'll be back in just a sec. Hold up. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello.